Hello everyone watching on YouTube and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The game has been updated. I had to update like twice before stream started. We're on version 1.2.0, just in time for me to finish the game. We are in Origin. We have made our amends with N. We freed Best Girl. And now, as far as I'm aware, we're just going to the end of the game, however long that might take. Where am I? Who am I? What is this place? Well traveled by now, huh? Okay, we're just continuing forward. Got it.
Everyone's lending us their strength. It's all right.
Courier Flak, huh? Bring it on. So anyways, yeah, Xenoblade 3. Chat said last time that I should be about... Is this music different? Is this the music we've had the whole time in here and I just don't remember it? Maybe I just don't remember it. But, chat said that we should be within 2 to 4 hours of being done with the game, so, unless something goes horribly wrong, or multiple people in chat were horribly wrong, we should be finishing this game today. What am I stuck on, chat? What do you think I'm stuck on right now as I hold forward but don't move, ever? Am I like in a little crevice? Is that what's going on here? Alright, well we're good now. Get launched, idiot. Super dead. They weren't running, Lands. We were just killing them. They were just dying. Go away. Stupid little freak. Stop resisting my brakes and let me kill you, please. Hey, someone want to grab this aggro? Someone want to grab this aggro? Or get a topple. That'll work too, to be honest. Yeah, good enough. Thank you. Thank you. Die. Go away. You were stuck on a line made by chalk. Who put that anti-sea bear circle there? How did they know that Noah was a sea bear? Unbelievable. Yeah, getting to the end of the game. I don't really know what to talk about. I don't know how long it's gonna take us to get there. I don't really know what to talk about on the way because last stream, I mean, I feel like we did a lot of talking about how I felt about the game and discussing it with chat, etc., and I feel like I've covered so many bases, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about during the credits, other than just like a cliff notes of all of the issues and joys I've had with the game that we've mentioned throughout the entire playthrough. Excuse me, please die. My boy Michael is in chat. He is basically right where I am in the game. We were actually talking about it off stream as he caught up to me before stream today. And my boy Michael, he's finally come around to my way of thinking. He has also gotten to the point in this game where he's like, it's taking way too long, and he's skipping all of the side quests and extension quests just to finish the story. He's come over to the right side of history. Gimme.
And I was the MVP.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Michael had a bunch of the same complaints that I did, basically, and I was like, yeah, I agree. I'm glad you're reasonable. Are you going for the new hero or planning on doing the post-game? No, not at all. We're finishing the main story, and then I'm done. I do not plan on doing anything else in the game after I finish the main story. That will be the end of the playthrough. Just, you know, the game, we've been over this. I don't think this game is bad. I think it's fine to maybe good. It's definitely not good enough for me to play more than 90 hours of it. Honestly, it's not even really good enough to warrant 90 hours in my world, but that's just how it played out to get to the end. Please die, sir. Besides, I got a lot of other games to play. Persona 5 Royal is coming out again this coming Friday, which I'm streaming this on the Friday before that. We're going to be playing that again, because I haven't played it in about 2 years? 3 years? 2 or 3 years? Whenever Royal originally came out. And God of War Ragnarok comes out like 2 weeks after that, a week and a half after that. Dead. I did want to bring up... I think we talked about this a little bit last stream, but when I was talking with Michael, he said something that I really agreed with, and
Yeah.
and I wanted to repeat on stream because I agreed with him on it wholeheartedly. Let me go in here first.
Spot to catch our breath.
But as he started to get to the same point in the game where I was, where he was like, I just want to finish the main story now, I don't want to do any of
Here
the
we go.
side content.
Nice and clean.
I should probably actually, before I misquote Michael, I should pull it up in Discord. I don't want to misrepresent my boy.
Ugh. Let's be off.
Let me get this in Discord. Where was it that he said this thing? It was about the class system. Where was it? Not that. I have to scroll up so much. We talked a lot. Oh yeah, Michael came around to my school of thought near the end of the game where he was like, I really enjoyed the game for the first 30 hours. But I'm basically quoting Michael from Discord right now. But it feels like it really didn't do anything to expand on the gameplay, compounded with the tedium of having to swap classes so much, which I hard agree with. And then Michael said... Where was it? He said something that I really liked that I wanted to say again. Oh yeah, he said to him that it felt like the developers said, oh, we put in like 20 classes, that's all you need for gameplay is swapping between them a bunch. But as a result, despite having so many different move sets, a lot of the classes, like all of the attackers and etc., felt very samey. And as a result, the gameplay just didn't actually feel as varied or as enjoyable as Xenoblade 1, which I very much agree with. I stepped away. Were you talking about me? Yeah, Michael, I was just quoting you out of our Discord discussion to chat about how you came around to my school of thought with classes starting to feel like too samey overall and just like mostly tedious going through the class system later in the game, and it didn't actually make the gameplay feel that much more enjoyable. I tried to quote you as exactly as I could from our messages so I didn't misrepresent you. I hope you appreciate that.
Nice. That's how you pull off a win.
Yeah. See if we can keep this up.
Not sure if this was discussed or if it's even cared for, but they retconned something in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Oh, did they? They, when they made Xenoblade 2, they retconned Alvis in Xenoblade 1 as well. Maybe not like a full-on retcon, but definitely like they changed Alvis from... They changed Alvis's like existence up a little bit to make Xenoblade 1's narrative better fit Xenoblade 2's, which I wasn't a fan of. Yo, two of these guys at the same time could be a bit of a problem. In Xenoblade 2, they say the conduit moves stuff to different dimensions, but when we got info about this world from Nia, it was said that the worlds were split in two, so they kind of retconned that. Oh, they were saying in Xenoblade... Well, no, I don't think that's a retcon, is it? So in Xenoblade 2, they said that Xenoblade 1 and 2 used to be the same world, but were then split into two. And then in this game, didn't they just say that the two worlds were like meant to be one and they're trying to go back together? I don't think they retconned any. I don't remember Xenoblade 2. I played that game 7 years ago. I don't remember like nitpicky stuff about Xenoblade 2. Not nitpickies in like a I mean like, I don't remember very exact things in Xenoblade 2. I remember the gist of Xenoblade 2. I think they should have had each character's main arts be specific to them and then only master arts come from classes. I said something very similar very early on in this game, Michael. I agree with you, absolutely. I remember saying something very akin to that. Oh, did Mio go down right when I was trying to interlink? Classic. Oh, okay. 8,000 damage. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I've talked about the class system throughout, like, this entire playthrough. I much prefer it in, like, Xenoblade 1, where all the characters are unique and they get different stuff. And then if you want variety, you don't change a character from what they do to something else. Get conquered, idiot. You just change what character you're playing as. It's just that easy. And it made the characters feel much more distinct and more enjoyable, IMO. I also feel like, when I was talking with Michael the other day, I feel like a lot of the classes in this game are like, the differences to them are incredibly superficial. Because when you're playing the game, as someone who has only really played as attacking classes, I've not played as healers or defenders at all, so maybe it's different for them. But like, after a while of playing the game, which for a 90-hour game doesn't take too long, all of the attacking classes kind of just start to feel like they have some differences in the bonuses they get, but overall it's the same gameplay for every single one of them. If you're playing as an attacker, you have arts that you either use from the front, back, or side, and then you just move to front, back, or side, and then click the fusion art button. Like, no matter what attacker I'm playing as, whether I'm playing as Flash Fencer, Full Metal Jaguar, Incursor, it doesn't matter. The only thing it changes is if I'm using my art from the left of the enemy or if I'm using my art behind the enemy. And then it's still just like move between enemies, click attack button, and that's it. Excuse me, please die, sir. You don't belong in this world. Is that a Castlevania reference? I think it is. I've never played Castlevania before. Get smashed, idiot. But yeah, you don't have to go far back in my playthrough to see that I was always very skeptical of the class system. I really don't think, I think it, especially along with the whole, like, 7 party members in combat, I really just think it was the wrong way to go for the Xenoblade series. I find it much less enjoyable than not only Xenoblade 1, but just a multitude of other JRPGs I've played. Excuse me, I need to get to your side, thank you. Excuse me, die please. You don't deserve to live, it's time to die. I do love Smash. I will say I put a little bit of time into defending as Zephyr and Lone Wolf, and they still feel identical to the attackers. Oh, do they, Michael? I have no point to make on that at all, because like I said, I've only ever played as attackers in this game. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, someone launch? Someone launch? Someone launch, though? You cowards, you were supposed to launch for me? Someone launch? Someone launch? It's launching time? It's launching time, though. Why is no one launching? I mean, he's dead anyway, but still, like, come on. I wanted the smash. Oh, hello. Noah should be dead after that all fell on him. I don't even know why I'm bothering to pick up the items. It's not like we need to. Not at this point in the game. You know, I won't say anything for certain. Maybe some kind of DLC will come out for this game later in its season pass that I'm, like, actually interested in. You know, you never know. But I definitely feel like I'm gonna finish the main story of this game and then probably never touch it again. To be honest with you. So, do I really need to bother with picking up items at this point in the game when I'm probably never gonna put it in my Nintendo Switch again? After today? You think we can beat this level 69 guy right here? Clinging Azrael? Bring it on, sucker. I fought a level 67 one of you earlier and it was too strong because it AoE killed all of my... In classic, hey, you lost the fight fashion, it AoE killed all of my healers at one shot. Yeah, in my, again, I don't have experience with the defenders and healers. I can't say anything on that. But as someone who played as, like, 5 or 6 different of the attacking classes out of the, like, 9 in the game, they all feel very samey to me. After, it just comes down to, again, I really think that the game's gameplay isn't, like, awful, but it's not good enough to uphold 80+ hours of gameplay. I still really feel like if I had finished the game... Hey, you spawned another dude. Or that dude just walked over here. I wasn't paying attention. I do still really feel like if the game had only been about 50 hours, I wouldn't have nearly as many complaints. Because the game wouldn't have lasted long enough for me to start feeling like the combat is getting kind of tedious. You know what I mean? But the game lasted 90+ hours, so it's really starting to feel tedious at the end. Can you stop turning so much? I'm trying to side attack you. Oh, I have a chain attack, get wrecked. I was really waiting for one of the classes to feel really unique and different, like how Melly and Ricky feel in Xenoblade 1. They did have one really unique and different character, but it was Soul Hacker, and Soul Hacker takes so much effort to get right. I still really feel like Xenoblade 3 made a horrible mistake in having Soul Hacker be a class instead of Soul Hacker just being the way the game works. As someone who played Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2, and obviously I didn't like Xenoblade 2 very much, but I love Xenoblade 1, and I love unique enemies in Xenoblade 1, like, going through an entire Xenoblade game like this one, where defeating unique enemies, and maybe they even could have made it where beating some bosses, like beating some Mobius and whatnot, would give you some new arts as well. But unlocking arts and skills that way, and then equipping them to the character that it works for at the time, and then upgrading those arts over time by doing so much damage or using the arts so many times, etc., that would have been way more satisfying to me than what we got with the class system. Unfortunately, you know, Soul Hacker, which allows you to do that, unlocks as a single class when you're about probably a minimum of 50 to 60 hours in the game. I don't remember how deep in I was when I got Triton. And then it's just like, you're so ingrained in the way you play the game by then that you would have to basically, you would have to stop playing the game. First of all, you have to unlock the class on everyone, but then you would stop playing the game essentially for like an extra 10 hours to get everything lined up and caught up with where you are in the game. Like, it's just, that was a horribly missed opportunity by the developers, IMO. Chapter 5 at the earliest. I'm at 90 hours. There are 7 chapters in the game. I started playing faster in Chapter 6 and 7, I think. So, I mean, Chapter 5... for the average player, Chapter 5 is surely at least 50 hours in. If you're, like... if you're somehow rushing the main story of Xenoblade, but then also you go out of your way to get the question mark that gives you Triton as a character and do his Ascension quest, which would imply that you've been doing side quests and hero quests throughout the entire game, maybe you could get there in like 30 to 40 hours. But also, like, by the time you get Triton, if you're playing fast enough to get Triton by like the 40-hour mark in the game, you're probably skipping most side content by then anyway, and you're not going to take an extra 10 hours to build up a Soul Hacker character. Or to build up multiple Soul Hacker characters, I think. Like, I remember when we got Soul Hacker, I took like 2 hours out of a stream just to get lands set up. That was just to get one type of defender, like, good to go to be usable. If I wanted to do that for all 6 characters, that's at least a 10-hour adventure to hunt down everything you need to make them usable to where they have enough arts and stuff to be able to do the fights at the level that you're at.
Such carelessness.
I won't elaborate on why, but I do recommend you play at least a bit of the post-game. I will elaborate on why I'm not going to do that. I'm getting bored of playing this game. I'm not doing anything in the post-game. I don't care what anyone in chat says. If the game wanted me to play the post-game, the game should have been more fun in the past 30 hours. I'm not playing anything past the end of the game. Get punched, idiot.
Hit them where they least expect.
Hit them where they least expect.
I might have the answer. Do you think
Not Senna. I was about to click Senna. That would have been very wrong. Get the topple. Oh. I wanted it. I cannot break this spider to save my entire soul. Let's get risky. There's the break. All right, so now we're actually going to get even riskier. I was going to do Mio here to get 2 characters back, but I'm actually going to do Lance here to topple and save Mio for the launch, which might not end well.
your fate was sealed when you rose against us? I'm on your heel.
I do love Lone Exile's attack animation.
I just thought of a great idea.
I just thought of a great idea. Oh, we didn't get Alexandria's thing. Dang it. Well, we have to bombshell blitz here. We get, yeah, I was actually about to say, like, we might miss this, but because this is an Agnian command and these are both Agnian characters, we're actually all set, so we're good to go. We will get the finish. I can follow that up. Get smashed, idiot. Oh, you know what? I think I will switch out Alexandria as well. I'm going to switch out Alexandria for... I wish I could switch her out for Ethel, but we'd have to do Kamaravi's nonsense. I don't have that kind of time in my life. We'll probably put in a Shara for the rest of the game, because I also... Oh, you're gonna stuff my throat. I also really like a Shara.